Miracle on the Hudson, U.S. Airways Flight 1549. Introduction. January 15, 2009. A freezing winter morning in New York City. People were busy with their normal routines. No one knew that within minutes, history would be written in the skies above the city. It was just another flight. Just another day. But what was about to happen would become one of the most incredible survival stories the world has ever seen. This is a story of courage, experience, and a life-changing decision made in seconds. The ordinary beginning. Flight 1549 was ready for departure. It was scheduled to fly from New York City to Charlotte. There were 155 people on board. Some were traveling for business. Some were heading home. Others were simply continuing their daily lives. In the cockpit sat a calm and experienced pilot captain, Chesley Sullenberger. He had over 40 years of flying experience, thousands of flight hours. But this day would test everything he had ever learned. The plane lifted off smoothly and climbed into the cold winter sky. Sudden danger. Just 3 minutes after takeoff. A loud thud. A flock of birds struck the aircraft. Both engines lost power. Warning alarms filled the cockpit. Passengers felt a strange vibration, but they didn't yet understand the danger. Captain Sullenberger immediately radioed. "Mayday, mayday." The aircraft was only 3,000 feet above the ground. Below was a city full of buildings, traffic, and lives. He had only seconds to decide. The most critical decision. Air traffic control suggested returning to the airport. But Captain Sullenberger quickly calculated. Altitude, speed, distance, glide capability. The answer was clear. They would not make it back. There were only two possibilities: crash into the city, or attempt something nearly impossible. He said calmly, "We're gonna be in the Hudson." He chose to land the powerless aircraft on the Hudson River. It was one of the boldest decisions in aviation history. In the cabin, the announcement came. Brace for impact. Passengers held hands. Some whispered prayers. Some closed their eyes. The plane descended silently toward the icy water. Every second felt heavy. Then, the aircraft touched the river. A powerful impact. But no explosion. No fire. The plane floated. All 155 people were alive. The rescue. It was January. The water was freezing. Passengers stood on the wings, waiting. Within minutes, ferries and boats from New York City rushed toward the aircraft. Every passenger was rescued safely. Not a single life was lost. What happened after? Captain Sullenberger was called a hero. However, an investigation followed. Computer simulations suggested the plane might have made it back to the runway. But when human reaction time was included in the tests, it proved that his decision was absolutely correct. His story was later turned into a movie, Clapperboard Sully, starring Tom Hanks as Captain Sullenberger. Ending. Sometimes heroes don't wear capes. They wear uniforms. On January 15, 2009, one man's experience, calmness, and courage saved 155 lives. And that is why the world remembers it as the miracle on the